you ever heard of Project Iceworm?
Project Iceworm.
Worm or worm?
Worm.
Iceworm. No.
Project Iceworm.
No. It's opposite of Dune.
Pretty crazy.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah. So
What the heck?
thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Go to patreon.com.
Tell me about this worm.
The Cold War era.
We did never tell you what the Cold War was about.
The U.S. and Russia did a lot of weird things during the Cold War era.
Okay.
A lot of not good things.
Sure.
So during the Cold War era.
Well said.
Thank you.
Continue.
Gotta try harder. Be nice to him.
I love you.
It's sharing his heart. I love him.
I really so much.
I love him.
So Russia, basically, they set up a nuclear base site and testing site in the Arctic in Siberia.
Okay.
And what they're doing is basically as close as we can get to the U.S., which is, if you look at a globe, I mean, Russia and the U.S. are like right there.
Yeah.
And so they went to northern Siberia, which is just a frozen wasteland, set up stuff, which we don't entirely know what was set up there. There's some declassified stuff from the USSR. That's how we know about this base and whatnot. That's also where they did over how many tests? 130 nuclear tests in the 60s at this site in Siberia. 130 nuclear bombs set off.
Crazy.
The top of the world. One of them being the Tsar bomb, which was set off in 1961. And the Tsar bomb, better known as the RDS-220 hydrogen bomb, is the largest atomic bomb ever detonated in human history. Ever.
Still?
Gosh. It was equivalent to 50 megatons of TNT. That's 3,333 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
Goodness gracious.
Whoa. And it said it was originally designed for 100 megatons, but scaled back to reduce radioactive fallout and make tests survivable. They said the fireball diameter was 5 miles in diameter. They said if it detonated at ground level, it would have touched the ground and the stratosphere simultaneously. They said the mushroom cloud was 37 miles high, visible from 600 plus miles away. The shockwave circled the Earth 3 times, breaking windows in Finland and in Norway, hundreds of miles away. And they said the destruction radius was 22 miles wide, and third-degree burns could occur up to 62 miles away.
Oh, my gosh.
Finland
and Norway, their windows went...
Dude, some kid playing baseball probably hit his ball too hard and got blamed for it. But it was Russia's fault the whole time.
It was Russia's fault.
Little Eddie got grounded probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So
that's in the 60s. Imagine what we have today.
The 50s and 60s. Yeah. So this is what Russia was doing in Siberia.
Yeah.
Here comes the United States of America.
Da, 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 da.
What's the closest thing we got to Siberia in Russia?
New Mexico. Nope.
Japan.
Alaska.
Nothing.
Oh.
There's Greenland, which is owned by Denmark.
Yeah.
They made a deal with Denmark. Hey.
Did you hear me say Japan?
We own that.
That's really close, though.
Is it?
No. So they made a deal with Greenland, like, hey, we're not going to do anything crazy, but like, can we just basically occupy this couple tens of thousands of miles in the northern part of Greenland? And they're like, yeah, sure. I'm sure that sounds good.
Yeah, fine.
But it was all under the cover name of Camp Century, and they actually promoted it a lot. Camp Century was basically going to be a research facility where they're going to study the ice sheet and stuff in Greenland. Wrongo! That's not what they're doing.
What are they doing? So they lied to Greenland?
Basically.
Okay.
I think there were some truths in it.
Yeah.
But ultimately it was lies.
Yeah, they winked whenever they said they were just going to have some fun.
They were doing this behind their back.
Yeah.
Oh, we promise we won't do anything bad.
Ever. Remember
So
that
the-
one? Like that was like the deal breaker when you were a kid. Like that
Yeah.
legitimately, that's what
I
covered
know.
you.
I was crossing my fingers, so you
Um,
didn't know.
Their plan was to. So let me back up a little bit. There's an ice sheet over Greenland.
Yeah.
And it's miles, not miles. I forget how deep it is, but it's taller than any building in New York City. That's how big the ice sheet is.
Crazy.
Over Greenland.
That's nuts.
Desolate. There's nothing around this part of Greenland where the United States was setting up camp. And they had this genius idea. We're just going to bore giant tunnels into the ice, put buildings inside of there. And the plan was to make thousands of miles worth of tunnels. They said equivalent to 3 times the size of Denmark. So 3 Denmarks, bigger, that many tunnels. And their goal was to set up 600 nuclear missiles underground in the ice in Greenland.
600.
600. And so they started it. It was 1955, I believe, that they started this. And they did quite a bit with the tunnel work and stuff. This was the first time that they transported a what's the word? It's a nuclear reactor, but like it's a one that you can transport, like a what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Moving it.
Transporting?
Mobile.
Semi-truck.
Mobile. Yeah, like a mobile no.
Bus.
Like a mobile nuclear reactor. It was like the
Okay.
first of its kind to power the station because there's nothing around.
Yeah.
And so they set that up and they had this architect come out there and design these tunnels and like how to build them and stuff. Genius ideas. And it's like, well, what about water? Well, let's drill into this glacier and then melt the inside of this glacier and have a well where we can. And I was like, okay, that's pretty smart.
Perfect.
What they did not account for is that this ice sheet over Greenland constantly moves,
Oh, constantly shifting. Interesting.
And so their tunnels would start collapsing. They would start moving. They said soldiers were just walking around with chainsaws so they can get back to their rooms.
Oh my gosh.
And this was, they said the average temperature during the winter months was like negative 50 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what that is Fahrenheit. But they said even with inside the tunnels, they would have to pump in cold air to keep it at negative 15 degrees Celsius constantly so it wouldn't melt, but then also figure out how to heat up their homes inside of the tunnels.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of really smart stuff that was happening. It just couldn't work out.
Yeah.
How cold is it?
Negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit is what negative 50 Celsius is. And it's 1.4 miles to 1.9 miles in depth.
Pretty deep.
It says that
Oh my gosh.
deepest part, it's so thick and so weighty that it actually has compressed the land beneath sea level. The
That's
weight of
crazy.
the ice.
So there's this whole plan of doing this. They weren't telling anybody. It was under this thing. They're like, we're just researching. No, they're trying to set up a nuclear base of 600 missiles there. Did not work out. They ended up pulling out and just abandoning the whole site. And that's basically the end of it.
It's not.
Wrong.
Oh. Twist.
It wasn't the end of it.
I know.
During this stay,
Yeah.
they did drill into the ice and they hit the ancient floor of Greenland.
Wow.
And they collected soil samples from the floor of Greenland.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought it up and they just forgot about it for years. They
What?
had them in little jars back in Denmark, never tested them.
Yeah. What's dirt from Greenland? What's the big deal?
Yeah. And then in 2019, somebody's like, what are those jars? Oh, they're from the 60s when we went to the Greenland and found ancient Earth. Let's study it.
Sure.
So they did. Basically, the conclusion that they found was that, this ice sheet over Greenland is not millions of years old, much younger than that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually melting at a rapid pace.
Mm-hmm.
At Project Iceworm, they had dumped tons and tons of nuclear waste into the ice, thinking that it would be there for millions of years. And now they're saying this nuclear waste will be in our ocean in 70 to 100 years.
Somebody go clean it up right now.
They've tried.
I have a buddy at Serpro.
Get a big vacuum. Listen, if there's a hole for a tunnel, we just make a big vacuum at the top that covers and suctions to the top. Suck it all up.
And shoot it into space.
Yes.
Ninjas are butterflies.
Did I say ninja? I meant
The butterfly is no doubt one of God's most beautiful creations.
I said empty your mind.
You learn martial arts!